Our next guest is Kim Rossi of Pathstone Mental Health. The organization has had to shift to new ways of offering mental health services to Niagara's youth during the pandemic. With this latest wave of the virus, they're doing their best to offer in-person service to those who prefer that method. Kim, how important is it that during these difficult times, kids can continue to see a counselor in person?
Yeah, I think all of us would probably agree at this point that we would prefer an in-person method versus a virtual or a phone call with anything, to be honest. I'd much rather be in person with meetings, even us today. I would much rather be in studio with you, but we've been able to make those adjustments. When it comes to children and mental health specifically, they may not have the same advanced vocabulary that an adult may have. Now, some of them will surprise you, but to be able to sit in front of a counselor who can also pick up on the nonverbal cues, different elements of body language, it's really important when you're trying to get a fulsome picture of what this child may be struggling with. So that in-person connection is very important. We talk about kids having too much screen time, and we talk about now the online learning that we are back into again. So being able to offer again that in-person experience is really quite vital. January and February are busy times at Pathstone, generally speaking. Same with September and October. So we're already anticipating quite a bit of an increase than what we saw in December. So being able to have all of these options open is really important. So video counseling, yes. In person, yes, as well as phone. So crisis and support is 24/7, as you know. Our in-person walk-in clinics, which are located across Niagara, reopened this week. So starting today, we're in 3 cities every day of the week, well, Monday through Friday, with in-person walk-in. You just have to call our crisis and support line to make an appointment. And they'll make an appointment for you today or in advance if you like, and they'll help triage which is the closest in-person walk-in clinic to where you live.
It's interesting you talk about screen time because we look at our kids and they spend so much time on their screens, but I think we also have to remind ourselves that these kids use those screens for their entertainment purposes, and they may not be that comfortable sharing their feelings to an adult in a video or Zoom kind of setting.
Yeah, great point. And the other part that comes up with either a phone session or a video session, kids don't have the same element of privacy that we do. If I need to have a private conversation, I could go to my car, or I could go into a specific room of the house possibly, or even outside. Kids don't really have that freedom to just find their own privacy. So being on our turf and being able to talk with someone with the door closed, they can probably feel a lot more comfortable and then be a lot more open with their feelings. Obviously, parents are looped in on certain elements if we feel that there's a safety issue there, but allowing them to speak freely and comfortably is really important, and being able to give them that voice. And then on the other end of it, us being able to validate their feelings and really hear them and connect with them is vital.
We have another school closure on right now. We've just experienced Christmas time without spending time with our cousins and our aunts and uncles. And we're also not getting the physical activity, at least if we had some snow out there right now, kids could get out there, do some sledding. Athletic activity is really important for these kids and their mental health.
Yeah, any time that you are spending out in nature. So even if it can't be playing basketball or making snow angels, going for a hike is a really good idea. We get energy from trees. So even just being under a tree, being around settings where there's a lot of that kind of foliage, even though we're not seeing any green right now, is also really important. You can really get creative and figure out things to do outside. It is getting a bit cold. So, always dress for the weather, and you can probably, take on anything.
Are you reaching out to these kids right now and finding out what their preferred method is?
So therapists that currently have clients in care with them are connecting with them one-on-one to have those discussions if they prefer to be in person. So with the government restrictions on capacity, we are alternating staff. So they may be in 3 days and out 2 days, and the following week they're out for 3, in for 2, so that we have our capacity minded at Pathstone throughout the week. We're hoping that, by the 17th, we can go back to full capacity, but we'll have to just wait and see. So our therapists are trying to, make the best arrangements based on who wants to be seen in person or online or via telephone.